you see my vision. You know I got no feelings. Tonight though your vibe seem different. You know I've been drinking. Tell me how we found our way here. We got no reason to stay here. You tryna run game, I can't play this. Yeah. And I can't do it honestly, even though that part of me knows it ain't hard for me. And I can't do it honestly. Bad karma gon' follow me. You the baddest, your intentions wreak havoc. You willing to pay the price as long as you can have it. You a savage, true. Back at it like bad habits, and you know I ain't no better. I can't let this get established. Yeah. I should've known that you try to put it on me. You know I got a girl, but fuck it, low key I want it. Yeah, we sippin'. Word. You don't care about drama, you just living. Yeah. Not even karma gon' stop you, ain't nothing changed. Yeah. Everybody talking, you just let them hate. All you wanna know is if I'm tryna stay. Word. Saying that you with it, take it to your place. Yeah, that's why you came. Yeah. Nothing's lost. You know how to tease it with no remorse. I know I could leave her, but what's the cost? What's bad is your evil is never forced. Nah, 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 nah. And I can't do it honestly, even though that part of me knows it ain't hard for me. And I can't do it honestly. Bad karma gon' follow me.
Let's go, 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 go. You're now listening to the Social Punch Podcast. We are drunk responsibly. Here it comes. Oh, 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 oh. You know what time it is. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Social Punch episode, Drunk Responsibly. What you got in your cup today, Dre?
Hopes and dreams right now.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's
I gotta fill up. I'm sorry.
I don't know what I got, but it's gonna make me messed up by the end of this episode. Today we have a very, very special guest today. I don't know about Sean, but I'm super excited. I've been wanting to, sit down and speak with this man for such a long time. There's been so many times where I said I was going to, go to his events and go to this and go to that, and then I ended up everything just happens always all the time. Before we do get him on here, though, let's our prettiest legislator in the Hudson Valley, John Carlo Various, is in the building. You're on mute.
Hey. Right now, he's right now the hairiest legislator in Dutchess County. Good Lord. Right. Look at the beard on that man.
Yeah. Let's welcome our special guest and our first special guest for the Social Punch Podcast. Everybody, Brandon Lee Richardson is in the building.
The GOAT.
Yo.
The GOAT.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
To the Hudson Valley.
Chilling.
No, thank you for having me. Check this out, man. Like I said, I've been. First of all, shout out to Bad Karma. That song is fire.
Thank you.
Sir,
thank you.
You have basically gone platinum on Spotify in the past year.
That's crazy.
I'd like to think so. I mean, I'm trying to get there.
I was looking at, recently you just posted your Spotify wrap up, and your numbers have increased by over 1,000% on every level.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
That's a big achievement.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I've been,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, absolutely. Like, listen, man, I'm fangirling right now. No, I'm a very big fan of Brando, and of course the song Demigod. I think that song is fire as well. And again, like I said, I'm very happy that you're able to join us on today's podcast. Social Punch, Drunk Responsibly, with Brandon Lee Richardson. So
I think a big portion of that is because it's very universal. Like with that song, even with Bad Karma that just played just now, like it just gives you no choice but to move. Like it's crazy. Like John Carlo was doing cha-cha, salsa, and merengue at the same time over there. So it was you could do a lot. So it was good.
Thank you.
So let's get it started here. So basically, tell us how it all began. Where you started, how you got your influence, and where you see yourself going in 5 years or so.
My influence from like the beginning, like when I started making music. Okay. I started when I was 14 years old. Honestly, one day I was like bored, and because me and my friends, we used to play ball in the parks in Yonkers, right? Every summer we would go out to like every single park that we could find and just try to play people and like get pickup games. Nice. And so the days that we weren't doing that, me and my friend, we would like write raps. We would write songs to beats that I can find online, right? So one day I get tired of downloading the beats that were available on LimeWire. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own beats. I'm gonna try to make my own beats. So I'm going through LimeWire and I'm like, all right, I see Fruity Loops, and I'm like, all right, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna fuck with it, right? So I download it and I start making my first beat, and I'm immediately hooked onto it. And the beat was trash, right? But I was super hyped about it. I'm like to my mom, I'm like, yo, mom, do you hear this beat? And she's like, yeah, what the hell is that? And I'm like, I made that. She's like, that sounds terrible. Like, but like I was super hooked onto it, right? So from that point on, I just kept working on beats. And at that time, Kanye West, he had just come out with College Dropout, and like he was like a big influence for me at that time. So I started teaching myself how to sample songs, because at the time I couldn't play piano or nothing. I'm just like winging it, right? And so as I start going through it, I start getting a little bit better. And then at that time, like a year later, I moved to Florida State for a year. And while I was there was a piano class that the school was giving. And I took that piano class. I failed the class, but while I was there in that class, I was teaching myself the songs that I wanted to learn. I wasn't doing the songs that the class was trying to like teach, but I was like teaching myself my own songs. So I think the first song I learned how to play was So Sick by Neo, because that had just come out at the time. So I told myself how to play it. And then after that, John Legend, Ordinary People came out, I think around that time. So I told myself how to play that. And I just started putting things together. And then it started to click. And then by the time I got to college, that's when like things started to really take off as far as my artistry. I started learning because now at that time I was around a lot of people that were doing the same thing as me and that were a lot better than me. So I started learning from them. I started learning from my professors and all of that. And then by the time I graduated, I was like at a level where I felt I was almost like industry ready, type of thing. And so I just kept going from there.
Nice. When you when you say when you were learning your artistry, through college and everything, you were saying that there were folks that were better than you. Was it always a competition? Did it feel like it was always a competition, or was it more of just I'm just trying to learn and get better every time?
No, it was, I guess you could say it's a little bit of a competition, but it's more of like a friendly competition, right? Which I'm cool with because, you know, playing basketball up until that point, most of my life, I was always used to competition. But around my classmates and my peers, it was more of like everybody kind of helped each other grow. You know, like if I was sitting down at the keys and I'm trying to practice a song or whatever, I remember one of my friends at the time came up to me. He was like, you know, he was better at the keys than I was, but he was like, try doing this, try changing keys here, and you might be able to like open up something new. And so I tried it, and you know, it helped me grow. And that's kind of how it was. Everybody helped each other grow. You know.
Nice. That's what's up. I'm gonna ask you one more question before I let my co-hosts jump in and ask questions. Another thing is that you are not only are you a producer, you are a singer, a writer, fashion designer. I can see with your shirt right there as well. How did you know? At what point did you know that, you know, because I believe that everything that you make is 100% you.
I try my hardest to do that.
So at what point did you know that, you know, you had, you know, this talent, and that everything that I'm going to do when I put out my music, is all going to be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go independent. When did independence just strike you, and you just knew that this is the path you wanted to take? Rather than, I mean, I know you said earlier, that you were using other people's beats to make some stuff, but at what point did you say, I'm just going to do this from here on
out? As far as making everything myself, it was as soon as I started making my own beats, as soon as I downloaded Fruity Loops, I'm like, that's it. I'm never using nobody else's beats. I'm gonna make my own beats from now on. But as far as like independence, and I guess trying to take that independent route, it was more by the time I graduated college, I realized, you know, I learned more about what the industry was and what it really means to sign to a label or sign under somebody. And I've always been the type of person that I don't like working under somebody. If I'm, especially in my art, if I'm going to work with somebody, it's got to be at a partnership level, whether it's a label, big company, or anything. So, and I've always wanted to have 100% artistic freedom to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, you know. And so it was after I graduated college that I made that decision. I'm like, I'm not even going to pursue trying to get signed or anything like that. I'm just going to just keep my own shit. I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, and then, you know, eventually it'll get there.
That's dope. I could drink to that one on that one. I could drink to that. That's nice. I'm gonna let my co-host Dre jump in.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. You know, asking everything. Goodness gracious, you groupie. But I'm kidding.
Sorry, man. I told you I was fan, man.
But I think honestly, the most important question, because steaming off of this, is, Brandon, how many viruses did you get after downloading on LimeWire? Because
my computer was done urine, bro. But like, so I started doing that when I was 14. By the time I was 16, my computer died. It was done. It was over. Like my first, because of that first year of college, I didn't have any equipment. I didn't have, like, that whole first year. You know, everybody around me had brought their gear, they brought their keyboards, their laptops, their programs, everything. I had nothing going into that first year. So like, I was literally making all of my beats on, I had this keyboard that like you can record stuff on it. It's like a $100 keyboard. You can record stuff on it. So that I was making on my, just so I can get my ideas out. Because of the viruses, it completely destroyed my laptop. It was OD.
Goodness.
That's insane. Well, Yeah, like I said, that 100% could have been the easiest way. But so yeah, like I said, you got phenomenal music and everything like that. So where do you see yourself going from here? Because you went basically, as Mike said, platinum on Spotify. So what's the next step for you?
Well, I'd like to actually go platinum, but the next steps for me is working on new projects, working on the projects that I'm doing for my artists as well, like Kendall, doing a lot of features right now. Yeah, that's pretty much like the the near future right now. Like for this year coming up, it's the new projects, like my new album, my new yeah, all that stuff.
Before Giancarlo jumps in, I just gotta ask about Paz Music Group. Please let us know. Like, I know you are, as you said, you have a bunch of artists. As we can see, you got a nice little band there as well. As we can see, one of the brothers that was playing on the song, he was playing his heart out because he was sweating in the video, as you can see. So tell us about Paz Music Group and what's that about, and where and basically the inspiration for that as well. I guess we're a little delayed. I think we're a little delayed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Paz Music Group is, I guess you would say it's like the label, like the music label / production company that I started. It has, and right now the first two artists are me, obviously, and Kendall. Those are the two. Those are the two artists on it. But I'm looking to build that up as like, you know, like a full-fledged label one day. And so I'm just starting from the ground up, you know.
Nice. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah. The people that are in the video, they aren't like necessarily part of Paz Music Group, but it's people that I work with, you know, like people that I collaborate with a lot. So I always like to have the people that are around me in my videos and all that to you know, just to help promote everybody. So
That's what's up. I think we have a little bit of a delay, Brandon.
okay.
But are we caught up?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool, excellent. All right. So I just wanted to let Giancarlo, the prettiest legislator in the Valley, jump in, ask some questions. I know he's gonna get deep with the questions, so get ready for this.
My man Brandon, thanks for being here, bro.
Yo, thank you for having me.
So I appreciate you being here, bro. Could you so when you are thinking of creating a song or creating a beat, can you walk us through your technique or walk us through your methods on how you go from, you know, genesis to execution?
Yeah, it's different every time, but it usually starts with something that like sparks an idea, right? So for instance, the song "Endure" on Brando, the thing that sparked that song and what made me want to make that song was I was watching The Revenant. I don't know if you guys saw that one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep.
So we're in the movies watching it, and there's a scene in that movie where the drone is going through the scenery, the mountains and the rivers, and they have like the music playing, but you can see the vast in that land. You can see you can feel the coldness just from the sound, and like the idea of open space, right? Just open space, right? So after I watched that movie, I was like, yo, like that made me feel like a certain type of way, just that like little part alone. And so I'm like, I need to make a song that kind of captures that feeling of like coldness and vastness and all of that. So what I did was after that, I went back to my house and I started writing. I came up with some chords. And I started writing the lyrics. I usually write the lyrics and the chords and like the basic structure of the song first. Like I don't, and then afterwards, after the song is written, I record all my vocals. That's when I like finish the beat. I make the beat and make that around the vocals. So yeah, so it usually starts with the idea, or something that sparks the idea, and it could be anything. It could be something I'm going through. It could be a movie I'm watching, a video game I'm playing, or anything really.
That's dope. That's real. So it's like basically like a breakdown access part of it. You mentioned before, like you got started and you was listening to or Kanye West College Dropout just came out. So like, what are some artists either in the past or currently that you kind of that kind of inspire you?
Currently, so early on in my when I was making music, there was a lot of hip hop artists and producers that inspired me. Because I grew up listening to hip hop, I grew up listening to R&B and all that. So, but currently these days, I listen to a lot of different genres. So right now, there's an artist called Masaru Yokoyama. He does the scores for certain animes. He's one artist that I listen to a lot, and like his music inspires me. Like another one is Joe Hisaishi. He's another one. And so yeah, like lately I've been listening to a lot of classical music. That's kind of what has been inspiring me, because I like to listen to other genres other than the one that I'm making, so that I can get different perspectives of different cultures and different like ways of making music.
That is definitely a piece of Kanye right there. That's so. I know you were stating, you were talking about how The Revenant inspired you to create Brando and everything. How does, and if a lot of people seen The Revenant, it as he stated, it is a definitely a mind blowing and thrilling movie that Leonardo DiCaprio won an Academy Award for. How does the idea of, or not even the idea, but mental health and music both play into one another, especially when you're creating?
It plays a big role because it kind of provides an outlet to release whatever things that you're feeling, right? Because like me, I'm not really one to. I don't show outward like. I'm not outwardly emotional, or like I don't express those things like in an overt way. So music, ever since I started making it and writing, it's always been that kind of thing that helps me release those things, those feelings, those emotions, and it helps me reflect on the things that I'm thinking about, what I go through. And so, and by the time I'm done with a song or a project and I've said what I had to say, now it feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, So I think it plays a huge role, and not just music, but like any type of art you create, whether it's visual arts, films, photography, painting.
That's dope. Giancarlo, did you want to add to that? Because Giancarlo himself has recently just done you recently just did a show, not a show, but a demonstration or a conference that dealt with mental health. So I'm not sure if you wanted to add to that question.
Nice.
No, I think Brandon answered it beautifully. Where the arts can become a therapy, right? There's a lot of therapists that do art therapy, so it certainly can be a way to kind of take people or just either distract them from the addictions that they're having, or actually position them to find a new skill that they thought they never had before, right? For playing piano may be a skill that someone never thought that they had before, but got into it because they became focused on it as part of their therapy. A question I do have for you, Brandon, is how do you feel about the current state of music right now? A lot of people are not necessarily being musicians as they produce. They are using a lot of computer generated sounds. And so do you feel that that musicianship is lacking in music?
I guess technically speaking, yes. There are a lot, like you said, there's a lot of people that are relying on like technology and computers to make music, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I can understand that perspective, because that's how I started. That's when I started. I couldn't play piano for nothing. Like I didn't even know what the keys were. But I just started making beats because I had the program, and it was kind of simple for me to do. So, but I would say that I think more music creators should spend time working on an instrument, working on learning music, because it'll help. It helps a lot. Like, and I know it sounds obvious, but like you said, there's so many people that don't know how to make music. And the one thing I found helpful was that when I started getting good at playing piano, I was doing a lot less guessing, right? I was doing a lot less relying on other people, relying on samples, because that's a big one. Like people who rely on samples, then you got to deal with the business side of it, like the owner of the sample taking like 100% of your publishing because it's their song that you're sampling. So when I started getting good at piano, I'm like, all right, I don't need to sample anymore. I know how to sample, so I can like sample myself now. I can just play something on the key, sample it, warp it, do what I got to do. But more so than that, it helps you in the sessions. If you're working with another artist, and they got a song, and the song can go a different direction. If you know music, if you know theory, it's easy for you to just say, all right, we can go from this key to this other key, and we can do it easily. You know how to do it. There's no time wasting trying to guess, like, let me just put the notes in with the mouse and try to see, like, figure out if something works. It helps a lot. So, but the short answer is yes. I think musicianship is lacking in a lot of ways.
Do you like making music more for yourself or for others?
When it's both really, because when I'm making the songs, it's for myself, right? It's like I make it because I think it sounds good. It's what I want to hear. I like it. When it's out, it's for other people now. Like once it's out, I don't really listen to it like that. At that point, it's for everybody. It's not just for me. So, but making music, I do it for myself, to get out the things that I want to say, to create the sounds that I want to hear and all that. So,
are you the type of artist that likes listening back to their own music?
No, because like since I produce it and mix it and master it, by the time it's done, I've heard it so many times.
Yeah, you heard it for like 17
like literally
hours
like
already.
millions of times. Yeah, like I hear it, like Brando's a year straight just listening to the same, songs, right? So, I don't. When I do listen back, it's more so for like, how can I make my next songs better? Like, what could I have improved on, or what can I improve on moving forward? That's really what I listen to, or listen for.
Now, don't let Giancarlo fool you, because he's also an artist himself. If you don't know,
you didn't know.
you got a YouTube Room 204 with Giancarlo Laverius. It'll be the greatest song you'll ever hear. So you want inspiration, do that. Definitely.
Giancarlo Laverius is also written for Lauryn Hill and Usher. Let's not forget about
that. According to a story he told middle schoolers.
He told kids.
Right. I wrote for Bob's Cartel back in 2014. That was a great time.
So it's all to inspire the youth. He does it to inspire the youth.
Now speaking of the youth, now quick question guided towards you again, Brandon. Like obviously there's other kids and other people just in general that's just coming up and trying to be musicians and things like that. So that was in your shoes when you were 14. And then there's other like artists and whatnot. So do you have any advice for the younger generation coming up that's in your shoes, and like what would you tell them or tell your younger self actually?
I would say that perfectionism is good up until a certain point, and don't let it hinder you once you pass that point. Because that was something that kind of held me back for some time, was that like I felt like my music wasn't perfect enough. I didn't get it right enough. And so it prevented me from moving forward a lot of times. And so, and I hear stories about that, like people making songs, but they don't release it because it's not perfect enough, or they just don't feel like it's, it's right or something. There's always an excuse, but don't let perfectionism hold you back. Like it's good to try to get as good as you can and do that, keep growing, but you don't really start growing until you start releasing the music and then learning from whatever mistakes you make.
That's incredible, man. That's awesome. Listen, like I said, with that, I could drink to that. We have hit our 30-minute mark, which means we're going to play some Making Minute, and then we're going to come back with a little game.
Happy holidays, everyone. Hope your Thanksgiving was very well and impactful, and hopefully everything was good tasting. If not, whoever did not season the food or did not bang on that macaroni and cheese, do not invite them to next year's cookout. So with that being said, hopefully you guys had a good holidays, but if it was lackluster, got some ideas for you. So my family's a little crazy. So we actually did lip sync battle. This is our 3rd year in a row in doing that. So if you want to try and incorporate that into your, holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas festivities, maybe Easter, you got that in your back pocket. Or look up Key Cooley, whichever. They're on TikTok. They got a whole lot of ideas, a whole lot of family activities for you guys to do. Very fun, very interactive, very entertaining. And it'll be a blast. So look them up on TikTok, get a bunch of ideas, blow some tissue on the square, do some Hood Olympics. Do something to make your holidays a little bit more festive and not just sitting there playing crab ass all night. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am Dre Macon. Bloop! This is your minute.
China, Brazil, India, Spain, Thailand, USA, USSR, Japan, Japan. Round 1.
So I saw, so Brandon, I seen you kind of bopping a little bit at the end of the part. I feel like there's a song coming to that in a few welcome back to Social Punch, everybody. As I said, I'm your host, Michael. I got Dre Macon, and we got a special guest today, Brandon Lee Richardson, multi-talented individual that is joining our show today. Like I said, we have actually Dre just uploaded the Room 204 track. That I definitely, this is, so just want to let you guys know, this is Room 204. This is this is our co-host Giancarlo Laverius' song. And what we want you to do, Brandon, once this song is over, we might not play the whole song, but we might play part of it. We want you to just judge it. Let us know what you think, what he thinks, and what he could probably do better in the future as an artist. So let's go. We got Room 204 by our very own Giancarlo Laverius.
Pretty girl from room 204. I would like to know your name and so much more. I get shy every time you come around. Curly hair, brown eyes, chocolate skin, just beauty all around. She's independent and needs no one. She's mature but she likes to have a little kid fun. But at night, girl, I hear your cries, fighting with your man, yelling me, oh my. Pretty girl, if you only knew me, you would cry tears of the joy I'll bring. Pretty girl from room 204, I would like to know your name and so much more. I get shy every time you come around. Brown skin, curly hair, just beauty all around. As I lay at night, I think about us making love as the rain falls down. With lighted candles everywhere, I see the glow in your eyes, letting me know that you want me to stay.
Shout out to John Carlos.
Okay.
With the
Okay, you got the John B thing going on there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
John B thing.
Ghetto Classics album there. Look.
Ghetto Classics.
I'm trying to figure out where he came up with that inspiration for Room 204. I'm trying to figure that out, man. We're going to have to ask him next time he gets back on here. He had to go because he had a county meeting.
Okay.
But
convenient timing.
Convenient. He knew it covered. So before we get our game started, we're going to do Would You Rather game. But before we get that started, Brandon, what is your choice of drink? Like, what is your favorite drink? What's your go-to?
To be honest, I'm not even like really a big drinker.
Mm-hmm.
Like after college, I kind of like I didn't really drink that much. I just lost the desire to go hard. But like, I don't know. I like those drinks that like, like the drinks that actually taste good, not the ones that like, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, like the drinks that people call like girly drinks and shit like that. Like I actually like those. Yeah, shit like that. Like I like those.
Yeah, me too. I like a good Long Island with pineapple juice instead of Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Exactly. Like pina coladas and shit like that. I like those.
So Long Islands are not sweet. Those are death. What are you talking about? Mike is a...
I actually like Long Island teas. They're pretty... I think they're sweet, but I don't know.
Listen, man, you get it without the Coca-Cola and you get it with either like a blue Long Island or pineapple juice. Trust me, it's way better.
Fire. It's fire. Hell yeah.
Also, thank you for making us look like we're a bunch of alcoholics.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I drink, but like now at this point, like, it's very rare. It's very like far and few in between.
Do you sip a little bit to get inspired to make music, or is it just music just flowing all the time?
Nah, I don't. I'm completely sober when I'm making all my songs. 100% sober.
You hear that, kids? You don't have to be drunk to have fun or make music.
Yeah.
Facts.
There you go.
With that being said, let's play Would You Rather with Brandon Lee Richardson. Just so you know, you are the first. As I said, you are our first special guest. You are the first to play this game with us. So,
this is good because I love these types of games. I do it with people all the time.
This will be a good one. Oh, you're gonna like this one. This is a music edition. I think. I don't know what Dre's question. Dre has 2 questions, so I don't know what his 2 questions are.
I can conjure up. I've been conjuring up other random stuff, so it's going to be music related. It could be I don't know. Who knows? Probably could do with anime. Could do with wrestling. I don't know.
He's gonna hear my first question and be like, wait, let me erase the last one that I just did. All right, so first one, here we go. First one I got. Would you rather have dinner, and this one is a very popular one, have dinner with Jay-Z or take $500,000?
Bro, $500,000. At that point, fuck Jay-Z, bro. I don't care about having dinner with him. Like, yo, if I took the dinner, you know, I'm watching Jay-Z take down a plate of spaghetti. He'll probably tell me, bro, you should have taken the $500,000.
Seriously.
Yo, like what? Yo,
There's this one audio recording where he goes, where somebody goes, take the 500,000, I'm gonna spit in your face, something like that. Yeah, I would take the 500,000 too, man. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You can pay off your student debt with that, pay off any credit card, anything with that, and then invest with that. And then, you know what I'm saying, flip that money, and then you'll be having dinner with Jay-Z and whoever, whenever you want.
Yeah, like that's an easy one.
Dre's taking the dinner with Jay-Z. That's what Dre's doing.
Not at all. Because I feel like I would still pay the bill because he wouldn't even pay it for me. So now I'm even more broke.
And you're gonna be he gonna take you to dinner with Salt Bay. You be eating with Salt Bay.
Right. And I gotta pay for that bill, a whole $6,000 for a steak.
And like, for real. You put a steak in your mouth. So all right, man. You got one, Jay, or you want me to go to another one?
You can go again. Yeah, you can go.
All right, second one here. Would you have a studio session? Who would you rather have a studio session with? Kanye, Swiss, Timbaland, 40, or the Neptunes?
Neptunes.
Ooh.
Neptunes. Definitely the Neptunes. You know why? Because yeah, definitely the Neptunes, because I feel like they're they're all musically inclined, obviously, but I feel like the Neptunes have, out of all of those people, they have the most understanding of like theory and music, like actual music, you know. So it'd be cool to bounce ideas off of them on a musical level, like as far as like actual musicianship, like playing keys, like being a drummer and stuff like that. Like I can jam with them in a way that I wouldn't be able to do with Timbaland or Swiss Beats or Kanye West, you know, because they don't really play instruments. They're more they rely heavily on sampling. Yeah. So
what about Rick Rubin? What if I threw Rick Rubin into that one?
Rick Rubin, he would be dope. Just bouncing ideas off. I would like to do that too, because like even though he's not like an actual musician, you know, he's not like playing keys or whatever, but he has really good ideas. Like he's that guy that you can give him an idea and he'll be like, yeah, and then he'll bounce something back that's like super fire, you know. So
nice. Okay. So Neptunes. All right, I like that one. I thought you were gonna go with Kanye. I was convinced you was gonna go with Kanye. Neptunes. Okay. Want me another one, Jay? Want me to go another one, or you got one?
Go ahead, three-peat.
All right, three-peat. Ready?
I'll jump in after this one.
This isn't this isn't who would you rather, but this is also who do you think is better? Who are you choosing? First of all, who do you think is better, and who would you rather work with? Beyonce or Alicia Keys?
Ooh,
it's a tough one, right? It's tough.
It's a real tough one. I mean, I feel like they're better in like they each have like their own like certain things that they're better at than the other one, and so it kind of like I wouldn't say there's one that's better than the other, because like as you know, as far as playing keys and having that, you know, that like they both sing, but as far as like anything more than that, as far as playing keys and being an actual musician, beyond vocals, you know, definitely Alicia Keys because she plays instruments in a way that Beyonce doesn't really. But then you got Beyonce, who's I think is more of a performer. She's and she has a lot of ideas, coming from a performer's perspective, and when it comes to making her songs. So I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a really tough one.
Question as I was going to the city this morning. I went to the airport this morning, and I actually came with that question because I was listening to XM Satellite Radio, Heart and Soul, and they were playing nothing but Alicia Keys. And I was thinking, man, Alicia Keys makes such great music, and I just like her music. I love Beyonce. Don't get me wrong; like her voice is incredible. She's definitely a performer, like you said. But I just think that Alicia Keys' music is just something you could really just bop to more than Beyonce's music. That's just my opinion.
I think Alicia just actually released something like a week ago, so I think that's why they're starting to play her. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah.
I apologize to the Beehive. Don't come for me.
Oh yeah, you're canceled.
Oh, it's a wrap.
It's
a wrap.
Yeah. So this is your last episode. So Brandon, are you up and kind of current with like the viral sensations that's been going around, or just in general with like social media and whatnot? Because this is what the would you rather question is going to be based off of.
Okay. I feel like I'm kind of up to date. I mean, I could be wrong, but ask me anyway. We'll see.
Got
see
you.
if I know it.
All right. So would you rather make a song with, this is a hard-hitting question here, with Ice JJ Fish, or would you rather create a song based off these dogs in your front yard?
These dogs. Okay. Bing bong. The video from the old guy, right? With the old guy.
Yeah, with Byron. Yeah.
I mean, my boy Ice JJ Fish is hilarious. He's hilarious. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say Bing Bong. I'm gonna say Bing Bong because they're from New York. I'm from New York, so
it goes hand in hand.
Dogs in your front yard. No, I'm going hard. Bing bong.
So now you just gotta add Brandon's instrumentals in the background, and there you go. We got a hit.
We got a hit. Let's go.
We got a hit.
Okay. Would you rather listen to a song with terrible vocals but brilliant lyrics, or a song with amazing vocals but horrible lyrics?
Ooh. I'll probably say terrible vocals and amazing lyrics. It's like Bob Dylan type of thing, where he couldn't sing for nothing, but he had good lyrics. So, because really, really bad lyrics, like that shit makes me cringe. Like I'm just like, oh, like it's like a secondhand embarrassment type of thing. You're just like, oh no, So definitely like bad vocals, brilliant lyrics.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Would you rather have an amazing voice or be able to play every instrument?
Be able to play every instrument.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah.
Is there an instrument that you?
Man, if I could, I would play them all, but I just don't have. But I feel like being able to play every instrument would open up way more doors than just having an amazing voice. Because there are genres of music that don't rely on vocals, obviously the most popular ones do, but there's whole genres of music that's completely instrumental, and that's you can make great music that's just instrumental. So I would do playing every instrument.
It's a nice little segue because you dropped a track in January, and forgive me if I say the title wrong, but it's You and Me. And
Ume,
how do you say Ume?
Ume, yeah.
And it's just an instrumental.
Yeah.
So, I should have put two and two together and known that you probably would have chose that one rather than the vocal.
Yeah, honestly, like going back to that question you had asked earlier in the interview, like when I'm older, like I'm talking like 50s, 60s, I at that point I want to make more instrumental music like that, and just eventually get to the point where I'm conducting my own orchestra type of thing, right? Because I don't want to be singing and rapping forever. I just don't have that desire, and like there's so much more to music than just rapping and singing. So I'm exploring those like avenues, and by the time I get older and I feel like I no longer have the energy to be like on stage like rapping and singing and doing all of that. I would love to make instrumental music like that, doing film scores as well, the scores for video game soundtracks, all that stuff.
So I think you may have answered, and I think you may have answered my last "Would you rather" question.
Oh shit, my bad.
Which would be a talented songwriter who can't sing, or a great singer who can't write their own songs.
Okay, definitely talented songwriter who can't sing. Yeah, because honestly, that's where the money. If you're writing the song, you're getting the publishing. Yeah. The person who sings is not getting the publishing. The person who writes it does. So
put them onto some game, man.
Well, it's dope that you mentioned a video game soundtrack, because of my would you rather question was not based on games, but would you rather write a soundtrack for a DC movie or for a Marvel movie?
Choose wisely. I might pull your plug on this one. Choose wisely.
I'm conflicted. You know why? Because Marvel is so much, like the Marvel movies are so much better, but like Batman is my favorite character. So, but I guess as a whole, if I was like part of a franchise, I'd say Marvel. Definitely Marvel.
Oh man, I saved on that one. Oh man. So that's it for our first ever Would You Rather edition with Brandon Lee Richardson.
Hey.
Brandon, do you have anything that you want to say before we let you go?
Shop Brando merch.
Yeah.
At BrandonLeeRichardson.com on the store section of my website. And stay tuned for all the stuff I got coming out. I actually got a song dropping with Javel, the artist that featured on Demigod. We have a song dropping on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. So by the time this comes out, it'll have already been out. So go check that out.
Nope.
I'm all for it. And listen, you guys can definitely check out all his music on every streaming platform. It's everywhere. So definitely go there. And you also have a website as well, right?
BrandonLeeRichardson.com. Yep.
Yes. Yep. So definitely check out the website, guys. Thank you so much, Brandon, for joining us on the Social Punch podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Dre had a last question. I'm sorry, man.
No, that was it. That was we all good. We all set. Like I said, thank you for having us, and thank you for joining in, because it's like I said, we've been trying to do this for a while. Even with the first season of basically with Social Thought and everything like that. So it's been a long time coming, but we're finally here right now. And like I said, it was an honor to have you on, and maybe not the first and last time. So we're probably gonna have you on a lot more.
Fire.
We got to get you and Giancarlo on the track together.
Hey, yo, room 204, part 2. Let's go.
There we go.
Room 205.
With that being said, we'll see you all next time. Peace, love, and drunk responsibly. Peace out, everybody.